Aloha my kako, what is up everyone? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here and this is your first time at the table of truth as I open up space to connect with self and align with divine. Or welcome back if you've already hit the subscribe button. I truly appreciate that. And yeah, just overall mahalo for joining me. I want this to be a really chill session. I got some noise in the background from the kids, helicopters passing, neighbor talking on the phone. You probably can't hear all of that as clearly as I do. These shorts are a little short, but I'm in my comfort zone. This is just going to be a chill session, but I'm going to go with the flow today more so than I normally do because I'm sort of just really in the state of releasing. I feel like a lot of us have been holding on to energies, thoughts, mindsets, habits, and whatever it is that you've been going through in your situation. I feel like it's taken center stage to what is truly important, and that is you, yourself, your health, your wealth, your state of mind, your peace of mind, your harmony, your balance. And I feel like you do for so many other people. This is the energy that I'm embodying today, so I'm just sharing this with you guys. But if you resonate, then let it be, and if you don't, then let it go. But for now, I'm feeling like I'm speaking to someone who is truly taking those steps back, taking a pause for a second and really looking at the overall picture, what your reality is, and either about to take those steps or that journey into opening up the book of life, your story, or who is already in the midst of that journey. So I'm going to go ahead and use these Kumu cards. These are actually more like educational resources. These are Olelo Hawai'i vocabulary words for my daughter, but I keep them in here so she doesn't like damage it too bad. She's already kind of messed up a few, but I kind of use this as I haven't used it too often on camera, but I kind of use this personally as like vocabulary trigger words. So for the reading, this is more like just words or elements or ideas that are triggering. They're more like keys. I see these cards more like keys. They're key words that open the door that you need to enter, the door of truth that you need opened. So these are kind of like keys. Yeah, these are going to be my key cards. Kumu key cards. So whatever pops up is the beginning of the conversation. Mahalo nui, any clarity to be seen, spoken, shared with divine. Mahalo. So far, none are revealing themselves. Whoa. Didn't want to bend that up, except for Kohola, whale. What is whale season? Mahalo. I'm going to stop there and see what's going on. Evalu, the number 8. We're talking about your life, your soul. Right now, the physical realm that you're in is very temporary. It's not going to last forever. And even the videos I just did in regards to like love connections for the zodiac signs, we are not even fully attached to our zodiacs. It is the key or the chart to what our spiritual and physical makeup consists of. But once we transition from this physical realm, our spirit continues to dance with universal elements and entities. You know, this life that we're living is temporary, but we are eternal. And that's what I see 8 as. Evalu is like eternal life. Divine grace through the transitional phases from past life to current life to whatever is meant for the future. We have Eva. This in like the traditional tarot would kind of represent that you're at the pinnacle or the peak of success possibly, or reaching a particular height of a situation. So, hey, and maybe these together might mean something for you, 89. That could have a symbolic representation for you. We also got these cards. This is Ahupua'a. This is like how the land is divided on the islands. It goes from Mauka to Makai instead of little plots and districts and counties and shit that American government kind of utilizes for breaking up land designation or ownership. The Ahupua'a is sections or jurisdictions from Mauka to Makai, if that makes sense. So maybe you're really like needing to go home or find your roots where your ancestors came from, is what I'm seeing. I was getting interrupted by phone calls. All right, so yeah, with the Popoki card, the cat card, this is, you know, really tuning into your insight or really like paying attention to the animals around you and the signs that they're giving you. You might have a cat or you might resonate with cats, but this cat energy is that wisdom, is that seeing beyond the veil, seeing spirits, having the insight to the other side. You may be very gifted spiritually with your clairvoyance. I'm also seeing more personally because I live on an island and the world has been shifting and changing. The energy has been shifting and changing. So I'm also seeing that this could represent environmental shifts. We have a lot of volcanic activity here on the Big Island. So I'm seeing, you know, the first thing, or the first, it's usually said that animals are like the first to respond to the unfelt or unseen events of nature, you know, earthquakes, mudslides, hurricanes, tornadoes, whatever. Like they're very in tuned with the energy shifts. And so I'm feeling like this is something that you as well, this is a gift that you as well hold, or that you're starting to notice in your physical realm. Divine also is calling us to get rest. I feel like your sleep has been interrupted a lot lately. You haven't had a very consistent sleep pattern. And so it's leaving you feeling, and maybe that's possibly in relation to a relationship or a partnership or whatnot, because, you know, with the two pills, I'm just seeing partnership, union, marriage. So, but I'm also seeing in order to restore that, there needs to be adequate rest, adequate peace of mind. Wow, that is interesting to get, but we have Lua, the toilet. What do? You relieve yourself. So for this, I'm feeling release, flush, detox, secrete through sweat, you know, like enjoying a sauna or a facial steam or whatever. I'm feeling like strip the toxins, detox yourself from the negative energies that you've been holding on to that have been burdening you. Remember, I said in the beginning, the energy has been feeling very much like a time to release stress, release what is not lifting your soul, your spirit. And then we have Kumu, the Kumu card. Yeah. To be a teacher, there's a lot of learning. You know, there's a whole process of making mistakes and taking or being tested before you get the credentials to be a teacher. But to me, this is just speaking, you are a great teacher. You are a tool, a resource for others to learn from and be inspired by. But you as well need to learn or remember how to be a student, because there's always going to be greater teachers beyond you. And the highest teacher is divine source, divine creator. So this life that we're going through with our heightened senses and relieving ourselves of the toxic energies or karmic energies, you know, getting the proper rest or restoring our peace, our home, our marriage, you know, is really important. We need to learn from our current situations. That is the process of life, because remember, this is temporary. So we also have Kohola. This could be a spirit animal. This could be an ancestor. This is also just wisdom and grace in such a mana-filled, huge embodiment. Like this could be, because if you see these animals up close, or if you've had the privilege of seeing kohala or whales up close, they're just so magnificent and magical, and their energy is so large. But do you think in comparison to the universe, the oceans, they are as well a very small entity of that, like ourselves? But what I'm feeling is like this is mana. This is like the wisdom. Imagine a whale migrating from one part of the ocean to a completely different ocean. The journey that they go through and the things that they see and experience and have, you know, this is life. And this is all cycles and all phases and all creatures of life is what I'm hearing is represented in this card. So this is these are interesting keys that I'm seeing from these cards, but I'm also feeling like the message definitely needs to be heard. Also, I'm feeling like, especially with Hawaiian roots, learning about this particular spirit animal, kohola, there's a message in the mo'olelo, in the story, that might need to be heard. So you can do that on your own time. Do a little research on whales and the symbolism. I might put something up here just as, you know, a boost of knowledge. But let's move on to some tarot. Let's see what's popping for the current vibes of collective energy, of Capricorn energy, because I'm feeling like I'm receiving openly. So if you are too, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, because I'm feeling like this is definitely a door that someone is stepping through and needing to see these truths. Wow, yeah. We have Ace of Swords upside down. Don't be afraid to cut these cords. I feel a little hesitancy. But, you know, the ties or the things that tie us down, the things that anchor us to places or people or situations that we're not made for, it's time to release that energy, to cut those karmic ties, contracts, to cut those cords. You know, you're at the end of your rope, basically, but you're literally tied around the waist and someone's holding you back. Something is holding you back. Don't be hesitant to cut those ties. All right, any other truth? Wow, yeah, there's going to be... We're going through some shit right now. We're feeling like our walls are caving in around us. We're feeling like everything that we've built with a particular situation or person or lifestyle is coming undone, unraveling. And it's like you work so hard on this energy and you've focused to the point of maybe it being unhealthy. You focused on building and sustaining this relationship, job, situation, friendship, whatever it is. But it's like all it took was a little bump and everything came crumbling down. But this little bump is something that is opening your eyes, because yeah, we have Knight of Swords. It's opening your eyes to how strong you are, how capable you are of overcoming whatever it is you're going through in these Tower moments. You know, I'm hearing losing people, losing a partner, losing a relationship, losing a job. Something is definitely feeling hella uncomfortable for you right now. But again, some things need to fall apart to fall together. And we got to know when to cut these ties. You cut the ropes and it's like all hell broke loose. But we're crawling out of hell, you know, we're not diving into it. And hell is only the projections and the energy and the auras that you project and you paint for your reality. And we got to remind ourselves we're strong enough to get through this hell of a battle, you know, that has caused us doubt and fear in the past. But we're facing that fear head on. We're facing the situations head on. And we're going to get through this, I'm feeling. So let's see if there's any. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this again because I'm being compelled to. Something doesn't quite want to be revealed. Let's see. Or it's like, hold on. Really, truly listen to the truth that's coming through. All right, let's see. More truth to be seen, spoken, and shared about the current energy that y'all is resonating with at the moment. Wow, yeah. Nine of Cups. Neither truth and clarity, divine. Mahalo. All right, let's see. So after the Knight of Swords, really going through this battle, and I'm feeling like you're kind of going through it alone. This is a situation that you're like stepping out of the codependency role and into the initial steps of, I got to do this for me. I got to take care of me type of energy. And we have the Nine of Cups that came out. And this Nine of Cups is showing me like your ascent up the stairs of emotional joy, happiness, peace, just feeling alive and feeling like a muse and feeling inspirational. This is your, you know, mental health really taking a lift. You know, this is your confidence taking a boost because you know that you're strong enough to get through whatever it is that's falling apart, because these are the attachments that you're trying to release and cut off and get rid of. We have, wow, I'm going to take this as one position or one like energy here. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse, and then we have 10 of Swords. So I'm seeing like this situation that you're cutting off, that you're having to like gain more confidence and joy and peace of mind and just emotional fulfillment. I mean, you're not getting that out of the situation, but you're realizing that's what you deserve and what you're worthy of. So you're stepping out of and cutting the ties to this situation that is just not working. It's like the passion to stay has gone out, you know, and it's too much for you, for your soul, for your spirit. And so that's going to take a little bit of time to really find where it is you need to go and where it is you need to be. Because normally like you're inspired, you want to move forward, but right now I'm feeling like you're going through, this is a current energy that's happening. You know, these towers are falling so you can get out of this type of relationship that's really making you feel unsupported, uninspired, and just, you know, at a loss for passion. Like the fire is fizzled, you know, and you don't really want that energy anymore. You don't want to feel the verbal hurt or the neglect or feelings of abandonment, but those are also issues you have to work on. And that's why you're kind of stuck with this Three of Wands reverse, where you're like, okay, now what? I'm hearing a now what energy. So let's go to the real last guidance cards here and just see what divine also wants to speak to our spirits. It's a little harder to shuffle these out better because I've used them so much that the cards, like the card stock, is more pliable and soft. They're not as stiff, so it does get hard to shuffle at times. But I'm just going with the flow. Again, we're just doing chill vibes. I tried to be chill, but the energy coming out is like, girl, let me talk to you. So this is chill, like, hey, I'm telling you this as someone who loves you and wants to see the best for you. But you need to hear the truth. It's not what we want, but it's what we need. All right. Let's see what else is going on in the energy field while this all came out. I'll get that. First thing, wow, okay, so the nail polish card seems a little, off or different if you're viewing this video for the first time, but the inspiration that I got, or the download that I got with nail polish is that, like, well, mine look really hella bad right now, but it's like someone who's always admiring your hands, your movement, your grace. This is, but symbolically, it's representing that someone is watching or wanting to see your hand. Like if you're playing poker or something, they want to see your moves, your intentions, your motives, your plans. They want to know your goals and see your purpose, But in terms of, like, just metaphorically speaking with actual hands, it's like someone is drawn to your hands, your mannerisms. So I'm trying to see where that, because I'm feeling relationship, but I'm also feeling like whatever situation that you're going through right now, that's falling apart, any friendship, relationship, job, or otherwise, any type of situation that you're going through, this could relate to. But I'm feeling like you're having someone kind of cop the moves, or study your moves, study your mannerisms and how you do things and how you create. They're really just studying the essence of you. But the message is that with nail polish, no two shades will be the exact same or look the exact same on the other. So focus on your own artistic or unique qualities that set you apart, despite what anyone else has going on. That is the key to abundance, to divine prosperity, to having things manifest easily and infinitely. Things will flow to you and flow in your favor. Wow. So some of y'all might need to look into your Lilith sign. Yeah, the true nature of your character and your divine feminine. So review your natal chart and see perhaps what sign or what placement your Lilith is in. But this card is basically, I channeled, it's only going to shift into gear when you acknowledge your Lilith sign and sow the seeds of peace, not allowing the darkness to be inevitably destructive. This is really taking a hold of your inner authority, recognizing and realizing your unique sensual nature or your sensual mana power, and expression. This could also mean expression through literally expression through chaos, darkness, but overall healing. So we also have to remember stars align. This could also mean check out your natal chart. But the stars align card I have channeled to mean what is meant to be. What's your life path or your pathway? Because whatever it is, it's lit right now. It's not a dark road. It is lit. It is guided by divine alignment of the stars above. The wishes you made on the stars of your darkest night, like through your most depressing times, through your most like self-sabotaging times, through your most like overwhelming pain, your darkest night. Those wishes are and will be granted through magic manifestation. It's your destiny, your purpose, your calling, and all is coming together in harmony. Yes, look at the last card. Birthday, solar evolution. Usually when you have a birthday, it represents a cycle, another year that you've been here on Earth, although time is just relative. But what is symbolized is your solar evolution, that as time progresses, whatever that is defined to mean, so should your soul, so should your purpose, so should your light constantly be elevating and evolving, and just you feeling joyful with life, content with self, and coming to realizations and taking everything that is a part of your life and affirming only the best for self and for loved ones and for people. Love is the answer, is the key. That is what elevates us to continue to grow and to continue to reach those heights that get closer and closer to divine actualizations. Things are really going to start to pick up and be just overwhelmingly beautiful because the stars are meant to align. So however that resonates with you, please just open up self to receive what is meant to be. If you resonate, let it be. If it doesn't, let it go. Accept only what it is that feeds your soul, that speaks more life. All right, I'm going to get a Rings of Gaia card. I really enjoy these as like an insight. These and the mana cards I have are like a good peek through the door of truth that we're stepping through, to see what's on the other side, to see what's within ourselves as we wander the labyrinths of our minds and of our souls. Wow. Okay. That's Two of Air. It's a card of polarity, but it's blockage right now. So Divine really wants you to look at these shadows. That's why the door is opening. It's not to be like, hey, smiles and rainbows, although the stars are aligned for you. But yes, there are going to be things that in this life you are meant to karmically work through and release. So again, we have 2 of air in reverse. We have the 13, Queen of Air. So really tuning into your mind space, your insight, your intuition, especially with this card. It's reversed. So there's a disconnection to divine. What did I have this as? Oh, okay. So again, another reverse, but this one is 1 of earth, Ace of Earth. Really stepping into your connectivity with nature and healing. I feel like that's where your journey needs to be. All right, so 2 of air. Let me look real quickly into this blockage here. It's representing, this card upright is representing duality, polarity, separation, unity, the dichotomy, integration, choice, you know, 2 halves, left, right brain, you know, up, down, in, out energy. So with it being blocked, however, we're talking about just being cautioned against taking a black and white approach to life. To do so is to move through life with a closed mind and eyes that only see part of what is. It is to refuse to look at the bigger picture. Again, I said that in the beginning, this is a time to step back and really look at the bigger picture. This is a time to really see things more openly, or to be open to seeing them as they truly are. And with this one, I felt disconnection, and I felt lack of insight, where normally you would be very intuitive and very just tuned into higher frequencies of truth. So let me look into Queen of Air. So in reverse, she represents someone who can be both arrogant and disdainful when dealing with others, treating those who react to her in an emotional way with contempt and callous disregard. So this definitely might be speaking to someone who, as they've been going through these tower moments, have really been feeling like their responses and reactions have been callous, have been very cold and arrogant, condescending in a sense. You know, this is how you react. That's a blockage. So this is really just drawing attention to that so that you can change it. You know, because this can result in her being isolated and alone, and in her arrogance, she may choose to believe that her alienation is the result of others' ignorance instead of her own behavior. So this is definite self-accountability. You know, she does not understand that sometimes a show of empathy and understanding will open minds more readily than intellect applied with clinical brutality. So reversed, this card asks that you not allow yourself to fall into the same web. You might be smart, you might even be a genius, but if you treat others with callous disregard, you will find yourself standing alone. That is pretty straightforward. It's, like I said, not necessarily what some of y'all want to hear, but it's definitely what you need to hear at the moment in regards to your current situation, why it's going the way it's going, why you're feeling the way you're feeling. This is the introspection that needs to be done and picked apart. And real quick, let me see before my battery dies. Come on, girl. Why is it when I'm in a rush, I cannot get it together? Okay, so potential blockage for this card is just signifying that too much emphasis may have been placed on financial reward, career goals, to the detriment of others. So your whole situation may also be not only mentally a mental blockage on how you treat others, but it could be centered around a financial issue or hardship that you're just insecure about. You know, you want your home, your family, your career to be harmonious and like represented well, but just this is almost like Earth, Pentacles type of energy. You know, right now you're kind of focused a little bit too much on that, and that's causing a lot of this polarity, this butting of heads, though more of duality. You know, it's causing more conflict in your relationship, and again, as we can see from the reversals, it's causing a lot more blockage. So I'm going to close it up here because my battery is going to die, but I love you guys all. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you did resonate with this message, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you're so compelled. And I hope to see you again at the table of truth in my next video. With love, light, and always aloha. Ahui ho.